Hi guys. So this episode is a little more serious than the other episodes, and I've been told that I should just keep doing the funny ones until I have a big audience. But I think it's important for you guys to see all the different parts of living with a disability, and a big part of it is going to the doctor. So in this episode, I visit my physical medicine doctor, Dr. Jet. And Dr. Jet is a really amazing individual. And the part that didn't make it on the video, unfortunately, so I will have to describe, is that for months she's loaned me this beautiful necklace, and it was this beautiful blue color. Somebody told me it was, the stone was from a cave where dolphins mate. It was this beautiful blue stone, and so for months I'd have it, and I'd come in and she'd be like, just keep it until you're ready to give it back. She kept saying that. And so this last time I went in, I handed it to her, I said, I'm ready to give it back. Because what I realized is that the reason I was keeping it was because of the love I felt. And it was a beautiful blue stone too, but the love that I felt coming from her when I had the necklace. And what I came to realize was I didn't need the necklace to feel that love. And so I gave it back to her, and I told her this, and she said, I wondered when you would finally figure that out. Anyways, that's the part that didn't make it on the video, but very important part of my relationship with Dr. Jet, and how she's taught me so much about generosity and love, and all from a doctor who also manages my baclofen pump. So you'll get to see more about that and find out a lot about my digestive woes. So very informative episode. But hope you will enjoy it.
Okay, so do you need to talk about the risks, benefits, and alternatives?
The risks, benefits, and alternatives, I have heard them many times, so please go ahead.
All right.
This is Dr. Jet, by the way.
And the risks include infection, including meningitis.
Yes.
Do
you mind if I mention your name?
No. And do you have any questions?
No.
Would you like me to proceed with refilling your baclofen pump?
Absolutely.
All right. Here's a little pick.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to withdraw the old medicine. And why did you choose The Adventures of Gimpy Girl?
The Adventures of Gimpy Girl started as a comic strip, which I'm hoping to animate some of that and put it into these videos. So it's something to look forward to. Maybe I just need to find an artist who can animate these strips for me. So if anyone out there wants to do this, I'm looking for help. See the pump?
Isn't it cute?
It kind of changes my figure a little. Oh, no Garfield's.
I know. I don't have any Garfield today.
She always puts Garfield bandages on.
We have to order some more. Right now we have just plain Band-Aids. So I'm going to get rid of my needles here.
And this this thing added to the whole physique. This is where my feeding tube is. So if that's spasticity,
Mm-hmm.
then we should make the rate higher.
The trouble is, at your current rate, there's not really any proven benefit of going higher than 2 milligrams a day. We can
So
try
you're
it.
saying we can't go higher than we are because
No.
I'm getting a lot of spasticity. And
Well-
then the butt spasms are really uncomfortable.
I want you to try to manage the butt spasms differently first. We can try to go up on the baclofen,
Mm-hmm.
but remember when before you got this pump, your leg was pulled up like this.
But it's been doing that a lot lately.
All the time it was like that
Mhm.
before you got the pump, right?
Yeah.
And now here it's relaxed and it comes up sometimes, so I think the pump is working in that way.
Right.
We would like it to work all the time so it didn't pull up your leg. But you know these spasms,
Yeah.
sometimes you get clonus in your legs.
Yeah.
That really is an indication that you don't have enough baclofen. And so
And I've been getting those.
when do you get those?
I've been getting them pretty much daily.
The clonus.
Yeah.
So the clonus is what's happening with your anus. So you're giving, if anybody gives it a quick stretch, then it bounces back. And the way to treat this bouncing is to stretch it slowly and a persistent stretch. And that's what you have to do to your bottom.
So I do a.
So when you do digital stimulation,
Mm-hmm.
do you go around or you just do a tug? What do you do?
I kind of go around.
So what I want you to do is when you put your finger in, you can feel there's like a ring of one set of muscles and then another. Can you
Mhm.
appreciate that?
Yeah.
And then do a slow, steady pull instead of just moving it around.
Right.
So if you do a slow, steady pull, then it should relax the muscle. Because maybe you're stimulating
Yeah.
a type of clonus.
Mm-hmm.
So try to not do that, okay?
Yeah.
So, and if you can imagine like stool coming down, before you had MS, when your stool came down and pushed open your anus, the message from the anus went up to the top of the rectum and said, it's time to go. And it starts this part peristalsing and pushing the poop out and relaxing this.
Right.
So it's a whole signal system. Okay?
Yeah, which is all messed up for me. So the digital stimulation is kind of a way of getting that.
Exactly. Your system isn't working correctly
So.
because you have
And I
spasticity.
had thought that
Right.
I shouldn't do that because it was getting things stimulated and then it would clench.
Right. So do a slow pull instead of a quick roundabout. Okay? Try that.
Okay. So did I raise the amount at all? Or you didn't raise the
I
amount?
didn't raise the amount.
Not at all?
Mm-mm.
Because why?
Because when we do studies, it says that over 2 milligrams a day, and you're at 2,200.
Yeah.
So I don't know that we're getting any more result. Like between 2,000 and 2,200. Do you think
Yeah.
it was better or not?
I don't know.
I mean, in here, you're much better than you were before the pump, and you're much better than you were at lower doses, we agree. But the fact that your leg pulls up sometimes at night especially, we haven't been able to manage that even when we did a higher dose at night.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
So what I would suggest is, before you go to bed, stretch your hip flexors, which is by lying on your stomach or having your caregiver help you. So you're lying on your stomach and pulling your leg up this way, okay? Because the best thing to get that hip flexor out of spasticity mode is by getting it a little bit longer by stretch. Okay?
yeah, so when I do yoga, I should do that
Mhm.
stretch.
Mm-hmm. But right before bed is really important.
Okay.
Hip flexor stretch before bed. So those are the two things you're gonna try. Now, you have to come back for your refill by August 2nd, but if those two things aren't working, then you can come back sooner. And we could even try another medicine, Xanaflex, instead of baclofen, or in addition to baclofen.
Oh, you're kidding, you can do a different drug?
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time I've ever heard that in all the years I've had this.
Well, when you were on regular baclofen, we talked about the different medicines, but dantrolene, which we use sometimes, can cause liver damage, so we don't use that. And Xanaflex, you can add to baclofen, but we never got to that point because the amount of baclofen that you needed was making you too tired. So
Right.
adding something might just make it worse, you know? So do you wanna try Xanaflex instead of it? Or why don't we do this? Why don't we give you Xanaflex pills that you can take on an as needed basis,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a tiny pill, and you take either a half or a whole, but don't take the baclofen and the Xanaflex together, cause then you won't know what's working.
You don't need to film all this.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
So that was my doctor visit, and I really adore her. She's my favorite. She's taught me so much about generosity. I really have a lot to owe her for everything she's done, and the whole thing with the necklace is so sweet. She kind of was sneaky about letting me keep it so long, because
So
by
your
keeping
alarm
it so long,
is August 2nd.
wait, hold on, I gotta make an appointment.